where voices cry but none can speak. In halls of whispers, secrets keep. We're here to break the silent streak. Stand up, fight, don't let it go. Reveal the truths they won't show. In the darkness, light will grow. Justice rises, voices flow. Children's dreams are cast aside in the system where lies reside. We won't let them run and hide. Hearts are strong, we're full of pride. Stand up, fight, don't let it go. Reveal the truth they won't show. In the darkness, light will grow. Justice rises, voices flow. Children's dreams are cast aside in the system where lies reside. We won't let them run and hide. Hearts are strong, we're full of pride. Stand up, fight, don't let it go. Reveal the truth they won't show. In the darkness, light will grow. Justice rises, voices flow. In every tear, a story's told. Every heartbeat's calling bold. With hands and spirits, we will mold a future where love takes hold. Stand up, fight, don't let it go. Reveal the truth they won't show. In the darkness, light will grow. Justice rises, voices flow.
Hey everyone, welcome in. I figured I'd jump on here for like 20 minutes. I got a minute and I wanted to be with y'all. Hey Chris, how you doing? Welcome in. Figured I'd jump on here and just catch up over the weekend. Had a lot going on, and I learned a lot of new things. And there's a lot of changes coming for DHS, CPS, DFCS in every state. I hope everyone's doing well out there. I do want to take a moment and see how everybody's doing, and see if anyone. What is this? Let's see. Chris said, found out who approved John's taunts. Oh no, to be removed. It was the guardian ad litem, and her name is. Oh, she's from Medicine Lodge, Kansas. TFI didn't know nothing about it. So Chris, remember our conversation? You said TFI is the third, like a third party, right? Like it's and they're like contract. And I was looking into that, and me and Brenda were, and over the weekend, and yes, there's a lot of that third party, like they contract a lot of things out, and a lot of money is misused for. I mean, and like for travel when hey Debbie, how are you? The funds that are used, and just to think, where does all the money go? Your lawyer? Wow. And it's crazy. And I'm on here till 12, y'all. And that's what I want to Chris, I'm very proud of you, and I'm glad that you are making the effort. And I know it's hard. And for parents out there that are struggling with this nightmare that with the Child Protective Services, that's what I'm here to share my story, share others like Chris and Debbie in the chat. I welcome anybody's story. I do know that I just got back live on TikTok. I was I guess I was violated for a couple days, 7 days or so. So I'm back. Hey, so y'all get to see me again. But I do want to share something that I wrote. I read it in our live to Trump, but it's it's something that'll, I did read some of it, but you got to think, if what does it truly mean to act in the best interest of a child, and how can we better support families that are in crisis? These are like important questions to ask the CPS, the child welfare system. And you know, behind the statistics and behind the legal jargon, I'm one story. But there's real families, real children living through unimaginable pain, and their experience raises those important questions about the CPS system and the child welfare system, foster care, whatever, DFCS, DHS, DCFS, DCS, or DSS. Because every year there's countless families. And every year. So just imagine every day these families that are being like night, like with the having to experience this nightmare when CPS comes knocking on their door just because someone wanted to. I mean, just imagine a separation, the agonizing reality of separation due to now being involved with the child welfare system. The stories are complex, filled with heartbreak, and raise a lot of profound questions about how we care for our most vulnerable children. Foster care and these foster homes and group homes they're supposed to be the kids' safe haven and their sanctuary, and it's not like that. Because I mean, like my story, I'm one such story that's unfolding now. My son, he's my world, and he's miles away in a residential treatment facility, everyone. Okay? In Texas. I'm in Georgia. Hey, Brenda. Hey. Let me see. I'll finish reading that. Let me there's going to be a rally to be abolished April the 7th through the 11th at Washington. Oh, is there in DC? Okay. I know somebody was saying something about March 10th was Family Lobby Day at the state's capitals, I think. And they were wanting us to get assembled there, like if we can get some volunteers to go, and instead of having like signs and stuff, we would have like where's something to represent, see, the child welfare system, kids in foster care, the ones lost in the system, like scarves. But you know, that's March 10th. I have to look more into it. But I know one of the lobbyists up in Washington was talking to me about it, and she asked where I can assemble in Georgia. So that's always a idea, everyone, because March 10th is right around the corner. And they're trying to stop funding for foster care, and this is going to be a big rally. Yeah, they they I heard about the governor in Maine, and you really see the corruption going on with these public officials, and the real way they're being like, why now are they getting so defensive if they were doing so right and everything in the beginning, and doing these things are not set into place just for pardon my French, shits and giggles, like this stuff is freedom for the children, right? We want our families back. We want our babies back. I want to be able to sit with my son and I want to see him graduate. Okay. My son's missing his senior year right now. School year's almost over. We're in February. We're going into March. Uh, there goes. I mean, his so simply because of the CPS world and child welfare button in my son's life, and by false allegations and false information, and just thinking they know by being biased or whatever, they're being judgmental. I mean, there's no these people. I don't understand, and I wish I there's not all of them aren't bad, but it's just a whole system that needs to be reformed. Get the bad apples out, and a system that was built and created to protect families and help strengthen families, promote safe and stable families, is not is it's being about division, no reunification. I mean, I sat here and looked at the numbers over the weekend for the research and the data for this, and yeah, no, it's not there. The reunification is like, I know in Georgia it's declined 64% in a year since 2024. So, and Debbie said, let's see, hold on. Debbie said, my phone is giving me trouble. Hold on, y'all. Press them. Did I press in the stream? No, I didn't. Am I still live? My phone is now messing up on me. Hold on, y'all. Debbie, I'm trying to get to your message, honey. There we are. It says, and he's an adult. That's what blows my mind. You know, right. He is. And wouldn't it be nice to see our children unsupervised? Oh my goodness. You know how it's going to feel great that they're not going to tower over the tablet that my son sits on while they try. I mean, for one, my son can talk and he's old enough to answer his own questions. But for people to tell him what to say, I mean, my son's not a robot. My son's not a robot. My son is he's a young man, and he is very independent in a way, but he's he's been his whole, like, since he was little. He, my son with his autism, he did not, you know, when he turned 3 years old, that's when he was when he ended up, like, he was fine until, it was like an overnight thing, and it happened. Like, couldn't tell, don't know. It could have been anything, I just know that he was 1, 2, and 3. He was fully developing with his age group, everything on the charts, everything was great. And talking full sentences, potty trains, told me he loved me the night before, and then woke up the next morning and straight back to baby mode. Still don't know till this day what had triggered this, what caused this. And they told me when we found out, it's crazy because I thought of they said he had a mild case of autism, and they didn't know much back then in like 2005. And the thing is he, when they told I'm mild, he was mild. I thought of the Taco Bell mild sauce pack. That's the way for me to have, like, understand it, and like in my, you know, because I was still shocked at the fact that my son, when he woke up that morning, it was like he couldn't talk. He would. I mean, it's like straight back to baby mode. And for us parents, and like me being a single mother, that it's traumatizing. It is. And I know there's other parents out there that have experienced that as well, with the whole on the spectrum, the autism. So, I do want to say, you parents, you're not alone in this. No, right? Leave us alone. We can do it on our own. And you're right, because this parenting does not come with an instruction manual, guys and gals. No, when we parent, we are like, we're learning, and we're it's our God-given right. So my son, back to those the stories. He's miles away in a residential treatment facility in Texas. Okay. And it feels like a lifetime since the last time I got to actually see him in person. It's over a screen like what we're on now. Um, the system, everyone, it's hard to navigate. It is the paperwork, the hearings, the constant feeling of being judged. Um, we shouldn't have to feel that way. But I know I have to be strong for him, for my other children, for your children, for the world's children, for myself. I have to fight for his well-being, all kids' well-being, fight to bring him home and all kids to come home, fight to put our families back together. It's a long road, and I don't know what the future holds, but I won't give up. I can't. Okay. And I challenge other parents that are going through this. I challenge you, stand with us. The ones I know that there are a lot out there, but now's the time, everyone. It's let our voices be heard. When my casework, I'm going to show her my legs. I have bruises on me. For you have bruises on you, Chris, from what? Uh, your son is an adult. That's what I know, right, Debbie? Like, and there's a lot. How can I say this in a good form? It's it's all gonna be brought to the light real soon. That's what I'm gonna say, and I'll leave it at that because we'll see. We're gonna see how everything plays out, and just the good Lord has he's listening, and the world's listening, and our babies are gonna be home. They're gonna be. They a child should never have to worry about anything stressful that us adults do. They should never have to worry about a roof over their head, a place to stay. They should have like a little puppy growing up with them, and them just kids being kids, and never have to face what us adults have faced. Being treated like they're a prisoner, that's not cool. So, you know, my story is just one story. And behind, like I said, behind the statistics, behind the legal jargon, these are real families, real children living through this pain. Their experiences, well, they raise the important questions and about the child welfare system, everyone, and about how we can better support families in crisis, and about what it truly means to act in the best interest of a child. So I got a couple more minutes, y'all, and then I gotta hop off. I got a meeting at noon. But Sage was on the outside of and the spectrum is, you know, they couldn't, that we'll have to talk about that one day on the show, because you know, there's it's not, I don't know, I got to look in to the terms of talking about that, Brenda, because I don't want to get bananered, you know. Sorry, and yes, and we don't have the time. I don't. Yes, and we don't know we have the time. I don't do nothing. I have, I've been researching a lot, and I came across some things over the weekend that I didn't even know. Like in Georgia, we want to help all children harmed by corrupt others, right? But who in their right mind, guys and gals, would hurt a child? Would ever think to hurt a child? Like, I, what did these kids do to deserve what they're going to? Like, what did they do? And my son asked me that, Mom. He goes, Danielle, am I in trouble? I said, no. Did I upset someone? I said, no. I said, you did nothing wrong, honey. How am I supposed to tell him when he's 4 states away from home, has to see me through this screen, and he where's my son's support besides, like, I'm on a screen here. That's how my son has to see me. That's how I get to have that bond with my son, which that's a bond that's never going to be able to break, is the bond between me and my child. And my girls, I do have 2 daughters as well, and they are not in the system. And if I could show them and prove to them that the love that the endless amount of love I have for them, and it's always been that way since birth. My babies, those are my babies, and though whatever to keep them safe and happy, I would do. I would do anything for my children, and and that's what I did. And just for it hurts when another person that you trust with your child can alienate you. And they call that okay, and they think it's okay, and it's gonna and how can these judges let it just let it happen? I don't understand. Um, yeah, Danielle, I do have something to say about this spectrum. My doctor son told me they say that when they don't know what's wrong. They say that when they don't know what's wrong, right? And I have nothing but endless love for any child because I was at the store. Well, no, I was waiting in line. When you wait at Walmart to check out, and there was this couple in front of me, and they had a child, and just she kept peeking at me around her mom, and her mom kept telling her to leave me alone, stop bothering me, and she wasn't bothering me, and I started playing like playing it out with her, and I'm like, "Hello, darling," and do you know it was the best feeling ever to see that kid's face light up just by a simple hi, just a nice chitter chat, and that makes that brightens my day. Like any smile or just knowing that you can have that effect on a person or a child. I mean, just to know that it because being in this nightmare with CPS, you lose yourself. I know parents. I know what we're going through. No, I never heard of Angel Man syndrome. But Brenda, no, I've never heard of that. But like this whole this nightmare, and it's like like the world's going on around us, but we're like stuck. Like our feet are like in concrete or something. Like we are stuck to the ground and we can't move. Our feet are. I mean, we want to go, but we can't. But everything is going on around us. Like when you get the knock at the door, or when you're faced with something you would never think could rip a family apart and keep them apart and have and not even try to put the family back. Like us parents should not be going through this. We should be able to somebody's malicious ways are negative motive or their bullshit should never tear a family apart. And I wish that we don't need to let them bully. We don't need to let them bully. Um there's so many parents out there going through this that would love to speak up and you know um it's time, y'all. It is. We have got to get these. I mean, the ones lost in the system that I can tell you right now, the ones in these facilities, they are being silenced. My son said, he said, "I'm not. They're not going to silence me, Danielle, and I'm unbroken." I said, "That's right, baby." I said, "That's right." My son's in this foster care system, and he's 4 states away from home, and he. You know what he said? He said, "These kids don't belong here, Danielle." He said, "We got to get them home." This is an autistic 19-year-old sweetheart that my son is, and that's my child, my son, that's my boy, my firstborn and my only son. And he is, he's a lot stronger than me. He has, he's overcame a lot in this struggle and this nightmare we're faced with. He has, I mean, he's my hero. He's amazing. He's amazing. He's this little soldier. I mean, he is he for him to be saying these things and want to get these children home, it touches my heart. My son, he don't agree with nothing that is going like these. He said, "Mama," he said, "these kids belong with their family. These people, like, they don't belong in here, Mom. What'd they do? What'd they do? Did they get in trouble?" I said, "No, son." I said, "That's not a that's well, Mama, it seems like a prison. Why is the 19-year-old saying that that's in a foster system, that's at a residential treatment facility? Can you please tell me if this is supposed to be their safe haven and their sanctuary, and these are the world's most vulnerable children, and my son is right now one of those. Why is he asking me Why does it feel like prison? I mean, why is it like a prison? Because I have been to prison, y'all. I have. But I did wrong. My son hasn't. What the hell? These kids did not belong in a facility to be locked away and isolated from society. No, they have every right to socialize just like you do. Just like if they should not be locked away and just, it's not a money game, people. Now is it? No, our children are not for sale. They're not no cash prize. They're not. Those are lives, just like your life. Let me tell you, the ones I've seen, and I've talked to several of them in this facility, and let me tell you, very smart, right, Brenda? They're very smart, and just to see their faces light up, and I will be more than happy to show you. I can show video of it, and you'll and it. But there's families out there that would love to have these children. I promise, in a loving way, not for a hustle game. I mean, because the foster families, there's a foster family that I will talk about again, and I'm running late. I'm already late for my meeting. But I do got to cut this short, guys. I'm so sorry. I got to get in a meeting. Um, it was at 12 o'clock. Oh no, and my mom always said I'd be late to my own funeral, but I went late to my mama's. You know, no, y'all. But may my mom rest in peace. We lost her in 2022 and unexpectedly, and that's how this nightmare with CPS started, when they've never even been in my life, never, or my son's or my family's. So, and my son was 6 months away from turning 18, and he's 19 now. So, we will continue these conversations, everyone. That's in the chat. I will see y'all probably. I'm gonna try to get on at 5. I will try it again. We will have more. I will have more to talk about. I do want to share a lot more things as the coming days come and we go into March. Things are happening. I'm just gonna say that, and y'all have a good afternoon. I will tune in hopefully at 5 o'clock. Okay. Thanks, Brenda. Like we say, my name is Danielle, and I want my family back. It's time to bring our babies home, y'all. Chris, keep doing a good job. Brenda, we gonna get our babies home. Debbie, stand by Chris, and we got this, y'all. We're gonna get them. All right, y'all. Well, have a good afternoon. I'll work my butt off to see y'all at 5 p.m. Eastern today. Look for the notification, and I'll see y'all soon. Love y'all. Keep fighting. Bye, everyone.
The shadows voices cry, little hearts left wondering why. In a system cold and blind, the dreams are hard to find. Silent tears fall in the night, hopes and fears kept out of sight. But we hear your whispered plea, you're not alone, just wait and see. CPS, the Punisher, Vinny, Danielle, and Gunner too. Herbert's here, we're standing strong, fighting just for you. Lost in the system, but not out of sight. Together we'll ignite your future shining bright. Every child deserves a home, not to feel so lost alone. We will raise our voices high, justice echoes in the sky. For every name, for every face, we're united in this chase. Breaking chains and righting wrongs, you belong where you are strong. CPS, the Punisher, Vinny, Danielle, and Gunner too. Herbert's here, we're standing strong, fighting just for you. Lost in the system, but not out of sight. Together we'll ignite your future shining bright. In In the dark, we'll be your light. Stand and fight with all our might. For every child who feels unseen, we will be your guiding dream. CPS, the Punisher, Vinny, Danielle, and Gunner too. Hermit's here, we're standing strong, fighting just for you. Lost in the system, but not out of sight. Together we'll ignite your future shining bright. You are heard, you are loved, stars in the sky above. We will rest until you're free. Together we'll rewrite your destiny.
All right, everyone. See y'all later. See y'all at 5. Have a good day.